Got some Lords Mobile, and if you haven't seen this game, it is a mobile game. You can search for it on iOS, Android, called Lords Mobile. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the description is some information about it. And this is a game that I didn't really think that it would be something that I would be into. And the company here came to me and said, hey, you know, can you show this on the show? Here's some stuff we want you to show. And I did, and lo and behold, it is a game that I've been actually playing ever since. So, Raven's Lair, thank you for the 149 bits. There's 149 gold to everybody here, Your Honor, and I'll add another buck to the stream machine. For the question, do I ever stream Eve? Do you ever watch the show? I stream Eve more than anything else. So, yes. The answer is yes. All right. So, we are... this game... Now, I'm running an emulator here. This is a emulator that I'm using to replicate an Android device on my PC so I can stream this. And this is our guild, our hive, as we call it. And so we're doing, we're not too bad. We're a medium-sized guild. We have 69 members right now, which means we have room for 31 more. And we are recruiting. We're a little bit different than other guilds. Most guilds are like, well, you got to be castle level 17, or you got to have so much might. And I am, we're different because we are, that you got to have 100,000 kills or more in order to join us. So if you are just getting into this and you're like, oh, I'm going to go join Markee and his guild and everything, let me just say that you got to reach your 100,000 kills. We are about war, and what's really great about this is that if you've played Eve, you instantly get what's going on. Now, I am having a little bit of a lag problem here on the video. It's Windows Update that did this to me. I just got to say, you know, I am so happy with the latest Windows Update. I've been having this problem a little bit since then. So anyway, I apologize for the little bit of jerkiness that is coming from the stream machine. So anyway, if you've played Eve, you know that there's no mercy. There's you know, kill everybody, take everything, no holds barred. There are a few things, you know, you just don't take it into real life, but everything else is fair game. Cheating, scamming, you know, killing, all of that is all fair game. And when we came to Lords Mobile here and got in here, nobody knew what to do with us because we used the Eve's type tactics in here. And let's see here. I'm going to actually shut a couple of things down on my computer to try and help with this frame rate issue, because it's being a pain in the ass. So, all right. Hey, shut a couple of things down. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Anyway, so people don't know what to do with us, and it didn't help. I'm really frustrated by this problem. So, anyway, we use some tactics that other people don't know how to deal with. And so we've got another guild that's been camping us right now. And it's these guys right here. They're all bigger than us for the most part. and they have 7.9 billion might. They're a Chinese guild. And 7.9 billion might compared to our 707 million might. So they are 10 times larger than us. And yet, we get under their skin really, really thick. It's really kind of funny because they totally don't know what to do with us when we use these Eve-style tactics in this. And so they decided that they're going to camp us. This is akin to like gate camping and such. And so they have decided that they're going to camp us. Anyway, so this game may look very simple on the outside, but it is actually. Here, let me change the music here just a little bit. Let's go with something a little bit easier. All right, so it may look very simple or whatnot, but it's actually very in-depth. And so our characters here, you have a myriad of different characters to deal with or to use, and all kinds of different outfit setups and everything. This outfit right here that I've got is for hunting monsters, and it looks like they just expired, so they'll be back in a few minutes. And there are different setups for harvesting resources, just like going out and mining, all of that stuff. And so anyway, I enjoy the hell out of this because us, as an underdog, we still incredibly get under their skin. And we make really good headway with things. And it just... It's a pleasure to play, but this is a pay-to-win game. So there are a lot of microtransactions, and I can show you that here. You know, so there is all of these different packages, and like this monstrous chest, it has a bunch of stuff that you use for building your gear and everything, and you can buy that, like $20 for this, and it comes with a bunch of stuff, and you know, it may be worth it to you, may not be. There are a lot of people who play for free in here too. In our guild, it doesn't matter whether you play for free or whether you are buying stuff. It doesn't matter. There are some guilds that only allow you in if you are buying stuff. So this is my little kingdom, and these are all the buildings that I have, and all of them provide different functions. So anyway, I'll come to this later. Look at that. 3 8-hour speed ups. You can everything that you can buy, you can actually get in the game. So it's pay for. Is it pay to win? It's pay for expedience. It's pay for time, is what I would call it, more so than pay to win. But yes, there is a pay element to it that people do. So anyway, all right. I have some troops on their way back that have been out harvesting, and I've been running a tactic lately of I have quite a good sized army in here. I guess the volume on that's a little bit loud. I'll turn that down. So I have somewhere around 350,000 troops or so, and I do go out warring against other people. In fact, quite often, what I will do. How long have I got on this shield? An hour left. Quite often, we'll go out and beat up the anybody who's too close to us. So that is a very common occurrence, and so it does make it a little bit more difficult. to go out and beat up on people with these guys hanging out in our hive, but they don't actually seem to affect us very much because they're Chinese and their play hours are different than ours, so they're like exact opposite, and so they get all excited because they attack us while we're sleeping, you know. And I'm sure they've captured some of us. No, actually, he doesn't have any of us. He has other people. So, all right. So I have several gear sets here, and I think I'm going to change out my talents here. And going to move over to an infantry setup where I have good attack skills. I'm going to burn off some of this energy right here. This is my monster hunting energy, and if I let it go too far, then I just don't gain any extra and I don't get the benefit of it. And for about a minute, there they are. Monsters have respawned. So I have done quite well with my characters and everything. You can choose whatever characters you want to send out. This is what I found to be the most effective set for the Saber Fangs, I think they're called. If you are monster hunting and you have not designated particular heroes for each kind of fight, you really should start doing that. See that I hit him for 48% on one hit. I've not been able to one-shot any of these, but some of my sets are effective enough that I can hit like 65% on my first hit. Maybe one day I'll be 100%. I don't know. It may happen one day. And there we go. So, taking that out is giving me a little bit of stuff. Ooh, look at that. I got some more silk. Right. Yeah, these are resources needed for building gear, which makes you stronger. And then here's some of the rewards that I got for taking that one out. Let's see what else is out here. I want to burn off a little bit more energy here. I don't have quite enough to take out a level 2 all on my own. Here we go. All right. Have I checked? Oh, your Olympic hero. Yes. So I find myself checking in on this game a few times a day and enjoying it. So, hello, Mama Pooch. I'm a little bit worried because I like the for me, a lot about what's about the games is I like the journey, and the journey is something that's more important to me than like hitting Grandmaster or the top or whatever. So I was a little bit worried about this, because level 60 is the highest in this. I was a little bit worried about that, but I've come to find out that there is a lot more to this game than just getting your character developed and everything. There are tons of things to do in here to advance and to wall up your neighbors better. All right. So, and all of these are from, well, some of them are from people making purchases in the game. The guild is rewarded for that, but also some of them are for taking out the creatures. Right. So now I am going to change my gear here. I'm going to get into some battle gear, and I am going to enforce, basically, we tell people to stay off our lawn. So I don't have any good items yet in this area for my accessories. So I end up, these, they give me infantry attack boosts. Let's see, cavalry attack, capacity. That's the best I got there. I don't have perfect gear. Although somebody'd look and see all that gold and say that's all perfect, but it's actually not the 100% perfect setup. I'm not using BlueStacks for this. BlueStacks is one of the things I'm using that people use. I'm using Nox Player to do this on PC. And I think more people prefer BlueStacks, but I have found it to be good. Boy, the video on this is just horrible, isn't it? All that hitching. All right, troops have returned and bring me nothing. Let me get rid of some extra food because I burn up the food really fast. So I'm giving it to another player. Okay, I got my gear. Now, I've got to take, so I've got 350,000 troops here, and there's a couple of things here that I have to worry about. One is, if my soldiers die, how many can I house in my hospital or my infirmary? I can house 229,000, which means I'm exposed for about 120,000 that if I were to get totally wiped out, I'd have 120,000 of them that would just die. And that would be very bad. So, because they're costly to make, they take a long time to make and everything. I have shelter here where I can shelter troops in it at 261,000. That's not enough. I'm still 90,000 short, 90,000 short. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out some of my troops to go gathering and harvesting stuff, and I'm going to do that so that they're gone for the moment. There we go. So those troops are the ones I'm actually worried about, and they're just tier 1 troops. There's little guys actually. So we'll make sure that they get out there and go out there harvesting and everything before I start bothering the neighbors. This position can be attacked, and so I just want to make sure that they get going okay before I start causing a ruckus, which I'm going to do. I'm going to try turning off some more stuff on here. I'm going to turn off my donations. Oh, I can't. Darn it. Okay, well, hopefully that helps. Okay, they've not made it there. Another minute and they'll be at their destination. Hey, I haven't gotten any alerts that there's any problems, so they're going to be fine at this point. Hey, I've got a shield on at the moment, but that goes away the instant I get aggressive. So we're going to start checking these out. Yep. And I wouldn't be able to put a shield back on right away either. So this guy, once I've scouted him, if he doesn't leave right away, then I'll attack him. He most likely will leave within the next 10, 15 seconds. I recognize his name. All right. Maybe he's not paying attention. Well, I didn't even look to see what was there. Huh. Oh, yeah. Just 13,000 troops, all tier 1. I will crush him. And there he goes. All right. There's a cost to every action here, and I could just tell them to head back right away, but it costs me a recall item. So, oh, and he's a bot? Yeah, well, that may be. I notice he always puts a shield up right away. I didn't know there was really bots, huh? Okay. I guess that doesn't surprise me 100%. Hey, 38,000 archers. I think that we're going to be able to take that on, no problem. So I can launch multiple armories simultaneously. I tend to do it a little bit slower and go out with full force each time. Part of that is just because the more troops you send, the less losses you have, and the more absolute the victory. And so I could be a little bit more efficient in the fact of having multiple attacks going on simultaneously, except I don't care to I don't know, I don't care to be faster instead of, you know, win more concisely, more clearly, less losses. Okay. We'll go in on this one now. We'll see if he takes off. So, part of the reason for the show today is that we are recruiting. You got to have 100,000 kills or more. We do not rate by. We'll go ahead and recall them. We do not rate by might or by other stuff like castle size or anything. We are totally about how much killing do you do. Because really this is a war game. And it's really funny because people get really salty. They're like, why did you kill my harvesters? You're too close. And they're like, but why? All right, here's another one that's a bunch of little archers. If this guy doesn't move out, this will pad my kill numbers really well. It's like 80,000 there, and I've got 25.5 million kills. My goal actually is that my might here is 32 million. My goal is to have more kills than my might all the time. I haven't quite made it above that yet, but that's my goal. They're talking about doing a rally on somebody. Rally, we can group forces together and get a couple million troops in on a single attack. So that guy's likely to have 1 million troops on him. So what happened was these guys had a little hive near us, and shields wore off on one of them. Ooh, I'm going to get a fight here. Here, I'll show you all the fight. It's going to be murder. Oh, he ran away right at the last second. Wow. Damn, I thought I was getting something there. Well, it was pretty funny because his shield wore off, and he had so much resources on him that he couldn't protect it all. And so we knocked down his, I think he had 380,000 troops. We took all those out, and then we were just over and over and over, all of us going to his castle, picking up as much as we could and bringing it back. And we got 30 million or so resources, which is a lot from him. He still had more. He had at least another 30 million we could have stolen before he woke up and went at it again and put a shield on. So yeah, so this guy's moving right back after I left. If I was really into it, I would teleport right next to here and just attack him so quick that they couldn't have a chance to react. So 2, 4, 5, 640. 2, 4, 640, 840. Just looking at what all they are willing to commit. This guy has a lot of trebuchets there. It's bad to farm with trebuchets. They cannot defend themselves. Barely. You will regret that. Oh. All right. Just peeing in his cornflakes, so to speak. Well, sorry for the caps. All right, I'm gonna attack this guy. So he's nearly defenseless against, all of my troops are very effective against trebuchets. So, yeah. What do you do in PvP? I pee in people's cornflakes, right? Yes. Hostile actions. You know, in real life, I'm a very nice guy. I'm compassionate towards people. I try and think of, okay, you know, this person did something really stupid and everything. And, okay. Okay, so, you know, I'm generally good to people and everything, but in this game, I'm ruthless. And I will taunt you. I will, you know, call you names. Not insulting on the personal level, but, you know, shit like, we're going to bring the barbecue to your, you know, to your castle. Please make sure there's beer. You know, or, you know, they shouldn't leave their goats grazing so close to us because we're going to make them our barbecue. You know, just crap like that. So I keep it funny, but I do really do a lot of pissing in people's cornflakes. And they cry and they cry. Oh my goodness. We have some rules that people who cry to us, that they are, they get attacked. So, yeah. Hey, it looks like I'm going to get this. We are in a fight. All right. You're going to see how I just crush his stuff here. So, I'm going to take just a few losses, but he is going down. And see, these trebuchets here, they're hardly hurting me. They have a hard time hitting us. So, it's going to be pretty much a total loss for them. 69,000 against my 853. I'll take that. Yes, I make kids cry in this game. So, yeah, there we are. He lost 1.6 million might. He's going to cry about that. So, now they're just wounded. They're not dead. But if I'm really evil, I'll go and find his other camps, other places where he's harvesting. And then I will... stomp on them too. And by doing that, I fill up their infirmary. And if their infirmary can't handle all of their troops that they've got out, then they all start instantly dying because they cannot be cared for. So it's, in my opinion, I like it. I'm going to get a heal started on these. Oh, that's an hour. Okay, we'll leave these out, but start healing these up. $10. I can't accelerate that. I haven't bought any acceleration stuff, but I've gotten some as rewards. So, or rewards, yeah. All right. We're gonna scan this guy. I have the ability, just like in Eve, you know, you use D-scan and stuff to scan things. I'm gonna send a scout to this, and so, you know, for us being this guy is 150 million might. I am 32 million might. He has the ability to absolutely crush me, but we're gonna form up together. And we're going to take in like 1 million troops on him. And we're going to do it. Uh-oh. We got trouble that just landed. All right, we'll see what's going on here. This guy just landed in here. You can move your castles around. Okay, we're going to put I think I'm going to put a 10-minute timer on this. I want to get max numbers. Okay. He is attacking people. Let's see who this guy is. 137 million might. Default language, all languages, but it looks like, I don't know, is that Chinese? Not sure. But they're a 21 billion might group, and they're from another kingdom. So he may have come over here watching the show. He might be a stream sniper. Okay, we're at 1.1 million troops. We're gonna crush this guy. Unless he shields up. Most likely, he's asleep right now. Let's see. Let me mute my mic here for just a second. What time is it in Beijing, China?
The time in Beijing, China is 1:28 a.m. on Sunday.
So he's probably sleeping. Or maybe he's still up, but he hasn't reacted yet to us doing this. And we'll watch to see whether or not anybody else out here sends him troops. Because on the flip side of us doing a rally together, all putting in troops to this fight, is that he can in turn get people, his people, to help fortify him. So watch out. Skiro might pee in my cornflakes. Yeah, I know Skiro. So, yeah, and what happens too is some of these, like this guy right here, maybe they just called out to them saying, "Oh, please help us! They're attacking our harvesters." Yeah, something like that, you know. That's how it usually goes. Call for Papa. So I will scout this guy not until we're actually about to leave. I'm a bully in this game. Yeah, I think so. I think that's kind of what it equals. There's a lot of stuff I do in this game that I'd never do in real life. So, you know. And another thing that we found is people join our guild, and we have some very specific rules. If you're considering joining us, please do read our public info, because that tells you exactly what to expect and how to successfully get into our guild. And if you don't follow that, then you're just denied. Or you get in and you don't follow the couple of actions that we ask of you, and you're just kicked right back out within a few minutes. So really, it's really simple. Be able to read and write English, because we don't want to use a translator all the time. So we don't want to use a translator all the time, and so be able to read and write English. And never attack trebuchets in real life either. Very good advice, Chakotay. Huh. And let's see here. What are we up to now? Almost 1.2 million troops. That's good. So we just want to make sure that you can read and write English, because there is translation services in the game, and they actually don't work too bad. But when you're in the heat of battle and you have to keep hitting the translate thing, and everybody else is hitting the translate thing, it really slows things down and makes it not very effective, and communication just isn't very good. And so we're not racist by any means or anything like that. You know, someone who's of another, country, nationality, ethnic group, whatever, doesn't matter to us, just as long as you can read and write English well. And that's an important thing. So we have a challenge for that right off the bat. That basically, you just got to put a couple of sentences together in English on a question we ask you, and then we know whether or not you are, a good fit. And we are a little bit more regimented than other guilds. Some of them are just in here for the game. We're in here to crush. Now, we are not a big guild. We are never going to be one of these guilds that is that pumps up with the money and everything to really, do all of this to pay to win. No, we are going to be that little chihuahua that gets under the big dog and bites him in sensitive parts, and making that big dog very afraid of us. And we do that all the time, and it pisses him off, and that is how we win. So our winning is when they complain on our diplomacy board, or they send me mail saying, "You guys are going to pay for this. This is war." Duh, it's a war game. What do you think? So, yeah. Yep. All right. So we've still got this guy here. I hate it when we leave holes in the hive. It happens sometimes. I hate it when that happens, though. Okay, we got 2.5 minutes left. We're at 1.2 million. We'll do some tier harvesting. So I think we have enough troops to take on this guy, and we're going to release these prisoners here too. I'll be very surprised if we fail on this. So, and it'll hurt a bit if we do fail, but we will have tried. So, evilness hates chihuahuas. Biting the sensitive parts? Yeah, you know. Yep. All right. And like I said before, if you're just joining us, if you are, you know, thinking, oh, hey, you know, I'm gonna join these guys, join Markee in here, you got to get, you've got to, you got to have 100,000 kills to join us. It'll take you a little bit to get there. So, if we didn't have some sort of limits, we would just be full all the time. We'd have a lot of little guys. And while that was really fun when we first started the game, we need bigger numbers now to be successful. So, yeah. Okay, battle countdown. Let's scout this guy. Scout failed. Okay, he has anti-scout on, which is fine. Expected that, actually. Let's see here. I'm going to put an anti-scout on as well. And then, let's see here. Combat. Oh, I have to replace the anti-scout with that. Nope. Uh-oh. Somebody just came in next to him. We may be pulling these guys back. Yep. How many troops did they send? He has 202 million might. Okay, we're canceling this, folks. Gonna save our troops. So, yep. He just canceled. He's even bigger. So, enemy is invading my turf. All right. Let's see here. Saved my guys just in time. I sped them up. So I don't think I have any troops sitting out here now. Nope. So this is part of our tactic. We call it shield or shelter. And so he's coming in on me. And he's attacking, but he's not going to get anything. So there's nothing here for him to take. He does get a win, but I take no losses. And he doesn't get anything. He's not getting anything from me. I have everything protected. He you know, damaged my wall a bit, but that's okay. That is okay. So now let's see. What has he got? He's probably got an anti-scout on as well. Yeah, he does. Yes, okay. So apparently we do have some people who play on this server who are watching. Yes, they really liked my pea in the cornflakes mention. So, all right, but that's okay. So I've taken no losses. We did attempt on this guy. We, you know, didn't, didn't have any. I almost want to fake rally him again. Oh, and this guy just left. So if we have anybody that wants to move in, yeah. Let's see. Okay. So, oh, he moved to the other side so that he could, get stuff a little bit faster. Oh, and here's this guy moved over here. Okay. So that's what's going on. Now, I don't know if these guys are in collusion with each other or not. Could just be that we have two separate guilds here at the same time. So, anyway, all right. So, it would be alarming to see everything on fire and stuff, but in all honesty, to us, it doesn't matter. And so they think they're getting one over on us, but they're really, really not. So it's all part of our plan. That's fine, All right, so I think, oh, that guy's leaving. Or did he just go to another side here? Nope. I don't see him. So, with this guy right here doing active attacks, if I go out right now to, head out to these other guys that are harvesting out here, I risk them catching me on the return. And if they capture your leader, you lose a whole bunch of bonuses, and they can actually imprison your leader for multiple days. They can execute your leader. You do get your leader back after a week if they execute it, but without your leader, you lose a lot of bonuses. And bonuses in harvesting, bonuses in attacks, bonuses in defense. There's a whole bunch of bonuses that you lose. And it won't completely cripple you, but call it like a 20% nerf on your gameplay. So in some cases, it's even higher than 20%. So anyway, this guy, he gets his feel goods by lighting us on fire, and we, for the most part, are all sheltered. And when it cools off, we go out and start picking on the neighbors again. So, did you ban everyone? Everyone stop talking? Yeah. So, all right. Hey, hello, Mama Pooch. Nice to see you on the show. So, all right. So that's pretty much it for today. I just wanted to kind of show you the game. I wanted to get the word out that we are recruiting. And so if you're looking for a guild that doesn't give a, that is a bit underdog and has tactics that work very effectively against others, well, maybe not. We could rally this guy. Yeah, let me see. What did he hit me with? So I can't scout him and get information, but I can see information about he's 250,000. soldiers. Oh, he's got 4s and 3s. God, we'd have to have a lot. Okay, so a little more research, I say no. Yeah, I want to fight smart too. So we take battles we can win, and I'm not 100% confident on that one. I'm not 100% confident we can get the numbers. If I could get 2 million in an army, then yeah, I'd feel pretty good about it. But 1 million T3s against, he could have, you know, he could have 500,000 T4s in there, which equal quite a bit more than our T3 soldiers. So, all right. So that's going to be it for this show. So come out and join us. We're Kingdom 248. Apply. Read our public info before you apply so that you know what to expect. And it's really simple. You just got to be able to communicate in English and be active pretty much daily. We know people, you know, take off for a couple of days or whatnot, but for the most part, if you're active daily and you like to go out and fight people, then you'd be a good fit. So thank you all for joining today, and hopefully I'll see you in Lord's Mobile. So take care.